Houston police say the guards saw two men in masks.
To stay with this group and they taking you around, they ain't taking you around and introduce you to people. They taking you around so everybody get a piece of you.
J. Prince Jr. has reportedly been under serious public scrutiny after being linked to the shocking situation involving Duke the Jeweler. The story goes that what started as a simple dice game turned into pure chaos, and now people can't stop talking about it. This whole thing sounds wild, and I'm about to break down how it supposedly went down. But first, you need to hear about what some are calling one of Houston's most sneaky setups ever. Before we dive deep into this, let's talk about who we're dealing with. J. Prince Jr., the son of the legendary J. Prince Sr., the man who built Rap-A-Lot Records and earned major respect in the industry. But here's where it gets unexpected. J. Jr. is nothing like his pops. While his father built a powerful legacy by supporting artists and creating real opportunities, Jr. seems to have chased a completely different kind of image.
Why you think that Duke the Jeweler, they really couldn't get him? That's why they had, come on.
See, people online say he's been using that powerful last name to intimidate and impress people in Houston's social circles. What's even wilder is that J. Prince Jr. grew up in comfort, private schools, safe neighborhoods, everything. Yet he's out here trying to carry himself like a street icon. That's a crazy switch up when you think about it. Now let's talk about how this alleged dice setup really works, because this is where things get sketchy. From what's being said, J. Prince Jr. and his crew supposedly had a system running with loaded dice games. Yeah, you heard that right, fixed games. They had three main people allegedly handling it all: Lil Cam, Wolf, and Big Caprice. This whole situation sounds straight out of a movie, except it's real life, and it's got the whole internet talking. These weren't just random buddies hanging around. These were people who knew exactly what they were doing. Some say they've been running slick moves for years, and the setup, it's way more organized than anyone expected. First, they zero in on their targets: famous rappers, athletes, and business folks stopping through Houston. They check social media, studying what jewelry they wear, what cars they drive, and the lifestyle they show off online. That's wild. They're basically doing full background checks before even making a move. Then J. Prince Jr. steps in with what looks like friendly energy. He'll say something like, "Yo, I heard you're in town. My people got big respect for what you're doing. Let me show you some Houston love." It sounds friendly, right? But it's all part of the act. He uses his father's respected name to make everything look legit and trustworthy. Next thing you know, they're treating these guests like royalty. Fancy dinners, VIP sections, bottles, and introductions to local stars. They make these people feel like they've got family in the city. But the real setup is coming next. Once the trust is locked in, Jay casually drops the invite. "Yo, we got a dice game tonight. Pull up, you might make some quick cash." It starts off innocent. Regular dice, small bets, a few laughs. The guest even wins a little to feel comfortable. But then it flips. They switch in the loaded dice without anyone noticing. From there, it's all strategy. The crew takes turns rolling, following a pattern that guarantees their win. They even let their guest win occasionally, just to keep them hooked. By the time it's over, the guest's money is gone, and the trap is complete. Duke wasn't just some regular person. This man was a respected entrepreneur who made a serious name for himself in the hip-hop jewelry scene. He had success, strong industry ties, and a lifestyle that caught everyone's attention. That made him the perfect person for J. Prince Jr. to try and impress. When Duke landed in Houston, he got first-class treatment like never before. J. Prince Jr. personally rolled out the red carpet, showing him the city, taking him to exclusive spots, and introducing him to all the big names. Duke was feeling the love, thinking he'd built real friendships out there. He had no clue that behind the smiles, something suspicious might have been brewing. After a long night of celebrating, J. Prince Jr. reportedly suggested they throw some dice just for fun. Duke, feeling relaxed and trusting his new circle, agreed without hesitation. He figured it was just another chill part of that famous Houston nightlife. Everything seemed cool at first. But this is where the story takes a wild turn. During the game, something went seriously wrong. Word is, one of J. Prince Jr.'s crew members made a huge mistake. They accidentally passed the loaded dice to Duke instead of keeping them within their team. That one mix-up flipped the entire situation on its head. Duke started rolling back-to-back wins, and not just small ones. He was stacking major cash from J. Prince Jr.'s crew. In a normal game, that would just be incredible luck, but in a setup like this, it caused total chaos. The crew sat there in total disbelief. Their own loaded dice were being used against them, and there was nothing they could do without exposing their whole setup. They couldn't accuse Duke of anything, because that would mean admitting the game was rigged in the first place. And they couldn't just stop the game either, or everyone would start asking questions. They were completely stuck, trapped by the very system they created. As Duke kept racking up win after win, you could see the tension building. The crew's frustration was written all over their faces. This was never how things were supposed to go. Those dice were meant to secure their victory, not hand over massive amounts of cash to someone else. Meanwhile, Duke was having the time of his life. He thought he was just having an unbelievable streak of good luck, celebrating with people he thought were genuine friends. He was hyped, thankful, and probably thinking, man, Houston really shows love. But behind the smiles, the atmosphere was shifting fast. The crew was panicking inside, not just because of the money, but because if people found out their little operation could be beaten, their whole image and influence would crumble instantly. That was something they couldn't let happen. So they reportedly decided to fix things that same night, and their next move was chillin'. They told Duke, yo, come through to this Lil Boosie concert. Let's celebrate your big win. It sounded like a friendly invite, just a fun night out after a lucky game. Duke had no reason to suspect anything. He thought he was about to party with his new friends and enjoy his big moment. Duke was no idea he was walking straight into a carefully planned trap that night at the concert. He was in high spirits, feeling confident and proud. He showed off his jewelry, his designer gear, and that bag filled with his game winnings, living it up like any successful man would. Everything seemed good, lights, music, people cheering. But behind all that energy, someone was watching every move he made. The crew reportedly used that concert as the perfect chance to track Duke, studying how he moved, where he went, and when he might be alone. They weren't just planning to take his cash back. The whispers say they were plotting something way darker. They wanted to make sure Duke couldn't talk about what really happened that night.
When the show ended, Duke walked out toward his car thinking the night was over. But that's when things took a terrifying turn. Several people allegedly approached him in the parking lot, demanding he give back the cash he just won. Duke wasn't having it. He believed he earned that money fairly and wasn't about to back down. That's when everything spiraled out of control. According to reports, the confrontation got intense, and in that chaos, Duke's life was tragically taken right there in the parking lot. What makes this whole thing even more shocking is what came next. They didn't touch his jewelry. Duke was still wearing expensive chains, watches, and rings worth hundreds of thousands, but the only thing they took was the cash from the game. The next morning, the entire city of Houston was buzzing. News had broken about Duke's tragic passing, and social media went into absolute chaos. Everyone was asking the same question: what really happened that night? At first, people thought it was a random robbery gone wrong, but once details started leaking out, the story didn't add up. How could someone with that much jewelry be gone, yet not a single piece was missing? That mystery had people connecting dots fast. Videos from the concert began surfacing online, clips showing Duke having a great time, surrounded by J. Prince Jr.'s crew. You could see him smiling, laughing, throwing up handshakes with people who just hours later would be at the center of one of the most talked about scandals in Houston's recent history. Fans were heartbroken, and the internet detectives wasted no time digging deeper. Before long, rumors started spreading like wildfire. Screenshots, eyewitness accounts, and shady Instagram posts began painting a bigger picture. Some people claimed they saw certain members of the crew acting nervous after the concert, while others said they heard heated arguments near the parking lot right before everything went down. It was all speculation, but the noise was too loud to ignore. J. Prince Jr.'s name quickly started trending, and everyone wanted answers. His reputation was suddenly under a microscope, and every move he made after that night was being analyzed by millions. The silence from his camp only made the internet go even crazier. Some said he was keeping quiet on his lawyer's advice, while others believed he was trying to distance himself from the situation completely. What made it even more suspicious was how fast people started disappearing from social media. Pages wiped clean, stories deleted, and comments locked down. It was like someone wanted the entire trail erased. This wasn't some random robbery gone bad. It was a planned hit meant to recover a specific amount of cash and silence someone who knew too much. Duke the Jeweler lost his life over money that he wasn't even supposed to win. It's heartbreaking to think about. A man taken away because a group didn't want their secret operation exposed. And what's worse, it all reportedly ties back to greed, ego, and power. That's just unreal. But here's where it gets even chilling. Duke wasn't the only one caught up in this twisted setup. Another tragedy soon followed, one that shook the entire music world to its core. This time, it involved Takeoff from Migos, a name everyone knows and respects. The details surrounding his passing painted a terrifying picture of just how dangerous this entire operation had become. According to several reports, Quavo and Takeoff were in Houston that same year and got treated just like the others. The fancy dinners, the friendly vibes, and the talk of a friendly dice game. Everything seemed smooth at first. Hospitality, smiles, VIP vibes, but behind the scenes, the same pattern was forming all over again. That night's game wasn't small time either. We're talking big money on the table, the kind of cash that could make or break reputations. Sources say Quavo was rolling the dice, and in the beginning, things looked normal. But as the night went on, the luck flipped hard. He started losing big, reportedly over $100,000 in just a short stretch. Now here's the thing, Quavo isn't new to this. He's been around real money, real business, and real street situations. He knows the rhythm of dice games and the energy when something feels off. So when the game started moving funny, he definitely noticed that something wasn't right. When the same three people, Lil Cam, Wolf, and Big Caprice kept winning and passing the dice back and forth in that exact same pattern, Quavo started catching on. Something wasn't adding up, and you could see it all over his face. He finally spoke up, calling out the game and demanding answers. The crew tried to play it off, switching topics and laughing it off, but Quavo wasn't backing down this time. He'd already lost way too much money, and he wasn't about to let anyone play him like that. Then things escalated fast. Voices were raised, tension filled the air, and within seconds, chaos broke out. Events escalated unexpectedly, and Takeoff, who had no part in the dispute, lost his life there. The entire crowd was in shock. Later on, Lil Cam was taken into custody in connection with the case, and that detail had everyone convinced that this wasn't just some random event. It was way deeper than anyone thought. But that's not even the end of it. Once all this started coming to light, J. Prince Jr. jumped into full-on damage control mode. He began showing up in interviews, posting statements online, and trying to steer the public narrative. But people couldn't ignore the way he dodged direct questions. His tone, his body language, everything just seemed off. It felt like he was hiding something big. And here's where things take an even crazier twist. According to WAC 100, J. Prince Jr. might have been quietly working with federal investigators the entire time. WAC claimed he overheard a call where J. Prince Jr. allegedly mentioned details involving dozens of people, around 80 to 100, in a way that suggested he had inside knowledge about upcoming law enforcement actions. If that's true, it changes everything. The very next day, reports claimed that federal agents carried out major operations across Houston, and the number of people detained matched exactly what had been mentioned before. If that information holds any truth, it suggests something shocking. J. Prince Jr. might not just be caught up in the streets, he could allegedly be cooperating with federal authorities. That would explain how he's managed to stay untouched while the people around him keep getting picked up one after another. Several arrests have been made in connection with the dice game operation. Lil Cam is reportedly facing serious legal trouble, while other associates are dealing with multiple charges tied to the same network. It's like the entire structure is slowly being taken apart piece by piece. Yet somehow, J. Prince Jr. remains free, walking around calm and confident. And that kind of confidence usually means one thing: he feels completely protected. Now here's where things hit the heart of the culture. This situation didn't just shake up one circle, It changed how people look at the entire Houston scene. The city that was once seen as the most welcoming place in the South has suddenly become a spot many artists don't even want to visit. Promoters are struggling to bring in talent because so many performers are saying, nah, we're not taking that risk. The city's famous Southern hospitality, once a proud tradition, now feels tainted and dangerous.
These events have created a sense of paranoia and distrust. When someone offers to show you around in Houston now, people hesitate. When someone mentions a dice game, it's not fun anymore, it's fear. And the saddest part? This whole situation represents a deep betrayal of hip-hop's true values, loyalty, unity, and respect. Hip-hop was built on love, unity, and lifting each other up, showing respect to those who made it through struggle and still found a way to shine. But somewhere along the way, J. Prince Jr. twisted that message and turned it into something dark. Instead of spreading positivity and opportunity, he allegedly used trust and influence to take advantage of the very people he should have been protecting. That's wild when you really think about it. This man had everything: a powerful family name, community respect, and deep connections all over the industry. He could have built something beautiful and helped the next generation of artists win. But instead, those blessings got flipped into tools for manipulation and personal gain. It's heartbreaking, and it shows how greed can destroy even the strongest legacies. So what can we take away from all this? First off, stop giving people automatic credibility just because of their background or their last name. Everyone has to earn respect through their own actions. Reputation doesn't mean anything if the person behind it isn't solid. Second, we've got to build safer support systems for artists on the road. Verified connections, honest people, and clear education on how these setups work. To every artist, influencer, or entrepreneur watching this, always double-check who you're dealing with. Trust isn't free, and your instincts are your first line of defense. If something feels off, step back. No amount of money or flashy opportunity is worth risking your safety or peace of mind. And here's the real message. The biggest danger doesn't always come from strangers lurking in the dark. Sometimes it's the familiar faces offering friendship and love that you've got to watch out for. Physical threats can be handled with security, but mental games? That's where awareness and wisdom have to step in. This whole situation didn't just expose one person, it exposed a mindset that's been creeping through the culture for years. Too many people are trading integrity for attention, loyalty for likes, and truth for quick money. The J. Prince Jr. saga became more than just a headline. It became a mirror showing what happens when power gets mixed with pride and ego. That's what makes this story hit so hard. As the investigation continues, more details are coming out, and the picture just keeps getting uglier. People who once stood next to J. Prince Jr. are suddenly silent, distancing themselves as the truth unravels. Some of them are even speaking anonymously, saying that they'd seen red flags long before any of this made the news. They talk about shady meetings, strange money moves, and a vibe that just didn't feel right. Looking back now, it all starts to make sense. Meanwhile, Houston's image has taken a serious hit. What used to be known as the heart of Southern music culture now carries a cloud of fear and suspicion. Industry insiders are saying that trust is gone. Artists are moving differently, keeping their circles tighter, and refusing to attend private events unless everything is verified. It's like the entire city's nightlife and music energy got flipped overnight. And yet, with all the noise, J. Prince Jr. continues to walk around like nothing's wrong, showing up at clubs, posting online, acting untouched. That confidence has fans divided. Some think he's truly innocent and being framed, while others believe he's protected by something much bigger than the public realizes. Either way, one thing is clear: this story isn't over. As more people start talking and more evidence comes to light, the truth is bound to surface, and when it does, it's gonna shake not just Houston, but the entire hip-hop industry to its core. This whole story isn't just about crime or controversy. It's about how trust gets twisted, how culture can be used as a weapon, and how greed can turn tragic when no one checks it. It's a harsh reminder of what happens when loyalty gets replaced by selfish ambition. But remember, Everything shared here is based on public reports, online discussions, and allegations from multiple sources like WAC 100. Nothing has been officially confirmed in court yet, and the investigation is still unfolding. What is known, though, is that federal authorities are actively looking into J. Prince Jr. and everything connected to this so-called dice game network. The case isn't closed, not even close. More people could still be questioned, and new details will definitely come out as this story develops. It's tragic when you think about the lives that have already been lost. Duke the Jeweler, Takeoff, and others who got caught in the middle of all this madness. Families have been left broken, and Houston's once golden reputation has taken a serious hit. All of this, reportedly, sparked by greed, pride, and betrayal. It's just heartbreaking. If you learned something new or got a clearer picture of what's really happening, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and keeps this kind of content coming. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into hip-hop's most shocking and mysterious stories. And hey, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think J. Prince Jr. will ever face charges, or will this case fade away like so many others? Remember, the streets are always watching, but so are the opportunists. Stay alert, move smart, and protect yourself at all times. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe and stay sharp out there.